Presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has effectively quit the race and endorsed Donald Trump, popping media heads across America. This is obviously great news for Trump's odds of winning come November, but it's even more significant for what it says about the Democrat Party, which has been the effective ruling party of America, the lord of the deep state since roundabout FDR. Kennedy made his announcement last week, noting how back in his childhood, Democrats were the, quote, party of the Constitution, who championed civil rights, stood against authoritarianism and censorship, fought against imperialist wars, and against corporate power. He said that party is now transformed into the party of war, censorship, corruption, big pharma, big tech, big agriculture, and big money. A party that has abandoned democracy, referring to the undemocratic coronation of Kamala, as well as the lawfare to kick RFK off the ballot and throw Trump in jail. He noted that given all that censorship and weaponization of federal agencies, with collusion from left-wing media, he has no path to victory, and staying in the race would risk handing victory to Democrats, quote, with whom I disagree on the most existential issues, censorship, war, and chronic disease. And so he is effectively dropping out and backing Donald Trump, adding that those original principles of the Democrat Party now lead him back to Donald Trump. Note that RFK is formally suspending his campaign, not ending it, but that's normally what people do when they tap out. In RFK's case, it also means he'll stay on the ballot in deep blue states and deep red states where he will not affect the outcome. So he's only dropping out in battleground states so that he can help Trump. Now, Kennedy had been polling consistently around 5%, which is a big deal given that 5 of the last 6 elections were decided by less than 5%. And beyond the tactical benefit for Trump is the wider moral point. So people like RFK or Jordan Peterson or even Elon Musk were passionate, lifelong liberals before switching sides. Elon spelt it out last year, saying he didn't leave the Democrat Party, it left him. Left him on radical social issues, economic issues, and, of course, wars. As for the election itself, 5 of the last elections have been decided by under 5 points, so RFK could absolutely make the difference in a second Trump term. Indeed, Trump got a boost in the betting markets with RFK's endorsement, making a very tight race, even with the cheating, meaning it is all hands on board. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. In theory, democracy self-corrects when one party goes off the rails. It pulls back to the center to try and pick up some voters, something academics call the median voter theorem. But in fact, that doesn't seem to be happening with Dems. As RFK says, they've instead ignored the voters and doubled down on censorship and authoritarianism, extending all the way to trying to imprison the opposition. This has happened before, of course, even in democracies. In 1930s Germany, the ruling Social Democrats did not moderate. They, too, doubled down, extending to political executions by regime allies. We know how that ended, and it is not good. So we are in a dark place at the moment, and the most famous Kennedy effectively flipping parties is a mile marker for the history books. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.